Hello, welcome. I'm Hannah, and today we're going to be talking about what I bought in May, June, July, and August. I just recently posted my video about what I bought in January through April. It's a long video, there's a lot to it, and I think this one's going to be shorter because I truly did not purchase as much as I had been historically in other recent months. I've been on this journey for years now of trying to have a more curated collection. I don't want to completely ban myself from shopping, in part because I like it, but also because I want to be able to strike a balance to determine which things are truly worth my time and energy and money and storage. But for a while, it's felt like the part of me that wants a more curated collection and the part of me that just wants to shop are completely at odds with each other. And for the first time, it feels like they have a common goal, which is a great feeling. This is how I want to feel. This is how I hope to continue to feel. So I'm gonna jump in and show you the things that I bought. I'm pretty excited about them. I'm pretty proud of how I did. And yeah, let's see what it is. The first thing we're gonna be starting with, this was right in the start of May, and I feel like it clicked in me like a couple days into May. So pretty much all of my May purchases were like on the 1st and the 2nd and the 3rd of May. But because I only had a couple days of being a little bit free and wild, the total number of purchases was kind of reined in. So this is something that I bought right at the start of May, and it's ridiculous. It's not like a practical thing, but there's qualities about it that were kind of like good decisions on my part. So it's this orange gingham dress. I won't be able to show you just by holding it up because it is a whole super long dress, but I will pop up a picture here. This is from Fashion Brand Company, which is a small business in California that I've been following for a while, and they have a lot of really fun, weird, silly, experimentative things, but all of their clothes are made sustainably, small batch, and I feel like they pay good attention to things like fabric choices, comfortability, pockets. A theme we're gonna kind of see throughout this video is that I was trying to find my summer style. I feel like I have a couple formulas down pat for the colder months, but going into the summer I wasn't really sure what I was going to be wearing, but I determined that this ruched, or I guess smocked is what you call it, this type of smocked top is perfect for me because it gives me like enough boob support and I don't have to wear a bra. So although this dress is ridiculous, it's like, it meets my comfort requirements there. I also just love the print. I love the shade of orange. I love that it's a long dress. I've been finding from tracking my clothes that I rarely ever wear short skirts or short dresses. They just aren't practical, and I feel like all day I'm fussing with what I'm wearing. But when it comes to long things, I love them. I wear them all the time. This dress I did only wear once. I wore it out and about in Montreal. I wore it for like an entire day. I felt really cool and beautiful in it. I'll pop up a picture of me wearing it there as well. And I feel like it's just going to be kind of like a special dress that whenever I have an occasion to wear it, I'm gonna be excited to wear it. I'll probably be wearing it around my birthday a little bit. My one complaint is that like, I love the poofy sleeves, but because they're poofy, I don't think they'd fit well under a jacket. So I think that makes it a little bit less versatile for other months. If they were smaller sleeves also, I can imagine layering a sweater over it, but I don't think I'd be able to layer a sweater over this. Either way though, I'm so happy with this purchase. I feel like this is gonna be the kind of thing that I have forever, and I really love it. My next May purchase is something that I have on right now. I'm gonna zoom you in to show you. On my eyes, I have this Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk eyeliner. It's like the, you know, that like pink line there. I love the tone of it. I love the formula of it. It's this like crystal dimension eyeliner. I was shocked to see on their website that it's vegan. It's also really easy to use. I just like the tip of it. I feel like without a lot of fuss, I can get a fairly precise line, and it just adds such like a cool element to eye looks. I've been wearing it a lot. I kind of want to like scream from the rooftops about it. It's a bit of a multi-chrome. I don't know if you can like always see it, and I think this light kind of diminishes that quality, but I can see in like the packaging this gorgeous shade of pink, to green to orange to yellow, and I feel like it's the coolest product that Charlotte Tilbury has. I did buy it direct from their website. I don't know if I mentioned that yet. And I was able to get like a 15% off coupon for their website, so I think I paid right around $30 for it, and I love it. I love this. The next thing that I got is this top from The Gap, and I have some mixed feelings about it. I feel like I've noticed this in myself. I've mentioned this before. Every time it gets warm, I'm like, I need more cute little tops. I do like having cute little tops in the summer, but this summer and last summer, I was wearing cute little tops less, and I didn't even wear every cute little top that I have once during the summer. So I bought this one in May. This is from The Gap. It's kind of that like peasant top type style. It has like slightly puffy sleeves, a fitted body. It has kind of like, you know, like the pleating for boobs. I don't regret buying this because I still just really like it and I think of it highly, but I did not wear it once during the summer. There's still time before it gets cold, so I think I will put it at the top of my list to wear because I really do like it. I bought it thinking it would be like, you know, it's black, so it would go with a lot of different looks. It would add like a little bit of cuteness. I also don't have to wear a bra with it, but I think one of my bigger concerns is that I sized up in this because the medium was tighter on my bust and the large is not, but I do feel like when I lean forward, it shows a little bit more cleavage than I wish it did. So having that thought in my head has held me back from wearing it a little bit, but I think I just need to try it. Maybe I'll wear like nibbies with it and see if I feel like I needed them or not. But I like it, and I feel like it's a more practical take on a cute little top than other ones that I've bought before. At the same time that I got that, because you can buy Gap and Old Navy things in the same order, I got this Old Navy romper. It's like this red gingham, but instead of like a normal gingham, it's kind of like a patchwork where there's smaller gingham prints and larger gingham prints. The shoulders are like self-tie, and I love these big floofy bows on it. And it's just like a regular shorts romper. It does have pockets, and it has that smocked bodice so I don't have to wear a bra. I wore this a couple times during the summer, and although I didn't wear it that much, I feel like I wore it good when I wore it. I wore it on my first day of the cruise that I was on, and it was like, just felt super comfy, airy, summery. I liked that. And then I had a day later in the summer when we were driving back from Montreal, and it was a long day. We had a couple stops. We were in the car for like nearly 12 hours that day, and I wore this the whole time, and it was like super comfortable for a long ass car ride, but also super cute. So like, what more could you ask for? I'm really happy with this. I wish I wore it more than twice, but I feel like, I don't know, considering my lifestyle and how often I wear cute things, I feel like twice for an inexpensive item in one summer, it's not the worst. And I'm definitely excited to pull it out again next summer. I had been meaning to check out the Finery perfumes from Target for a long time, and I finally did that in May. I bought one of them. This one I didn't count in my budget just because I'm using this as a room spray. This is the Jungle Santal one, and to me it smells just like Santal 33, which I had bought a little sample of from Le Labo a long time ago, and I quickly realized I hated it on me as a perfume, but I loved it as a room spray. So considering this one smells just like it, I do like it when like my room smells a little bit too much like nothing or like cat, and I just want to like freshen it up a little bit. So this has been useful for that. Clearly I'm not going through it that quickly, but like, it's nice when it's nice. It's not long lasting or anything, but it's nice. This one I did count in my budget. This is from Good Chemistry, which is also a Target brand, I believe. It's the Sugar Berry Body Mist. This just smells so sweet and delicious. It says it's freesia, raspberry, and vanilla scent. My only regret is I didn't realize till after that they also sell this in like a little travel size roller ball, and I think I'd get more use out of it if I had that. This body mist just feels like a little bit cheap, clunky, big. It doesn't seem right to me that it takes up so much more room than other perfumes that I like so much more that I just have the little roller ball of. But you live and you learn. I'm still happy I have this. And technically, like, It was only $13, and I think it's a similar price for the rollerball. I feel like I could probably buy the rollerball and give this to a friend if I really felt inspired, but I haven't felt inspired enough to do that, and I do still use this periodically, and it smells really good. And then after that, the last things that I bought in May were all thrifted. I just had one trip to the thrift store, and I bought 5 shirts. The first one I know I showed on my Instagram story once. I haven't worn this because it was just getting warm when I got it, and it hasn't been, well, I guess it has been cool enough sometimes, but I just haven't worn it yet in these cooler times. It's like this orange, like really thin suede. Like it has that fuzzy feeling of suede, but it's, you know, it doesn't seem like it's actually trying to be suede. Again, I love this shade of orange, and it's just like a nice oversized button-up. I love wearing oversized button-ups just with like a plain tank top and a pair of jeans. That's like one of my easiest outfit combos, and I feel like when it's like really consistently fall weather, I could see myself grabbing for this a lot. That button-up, by the way, was $2.50. I think it was $5, and then it was like the half off color of the day. The next one that I bought is this button-up. This one was $7, and it's this kind of like creamy color. I've been enjoying my white button-ups. I have one from Gap that I thrifted that I talked about in my last video, because I thrifted that in like February, I think. It's like a linen button-up, and I really surprised myself by how much I enjoyed it. I also have another button-up that's like a cotton that my boyfriend actually got me. We were shopping at Kohl's, and I was, I don't know, looking for shirts for him. They had this one cotton button-up shirt that was 90% off, so it was like $2 or $3, and it was like in a medium, so it wouldn't have fit him, but it fit me as like a nice oversized shirt. So I really enjoy those, but I love the creamy color of this, and I feel like it's just a little bit different. Like I like my little trifecta. This one also says Chams all over it. I don't know if you'll be able to see. I don't know what it means. I mean, I'm guessing it's the brand. Yeah, Chams. I feel like the text is subtle enough that it's just kind of like a little print to it, and I feel like it's cool, and I really like it, especially with like an off-white tank top and jeans or shorts. The next thing that I thrifted was this black button-up, and it has like embroidery all over it. I love that subtle detail to it. Inside of the lining is like this type of print, but you don't really see that when it's on. This I mostly like as a work shirt. I feel like it just fits me really nice tucked in, and I haven't worn it yet, but I think when I'm like back in like an office type of job, I will be wearing it, and I like it. This one was $6. I also got this little like white cardigan. I don't have it out to show you because that's like a work type of thing that I definitely won't be wearing. Like I left this out because I could wear it, but that white cardigan, I definitely won't wear it until I have an office job, so I put it in storage, but that was $4. And then this is like one of my favorite things that I got. This like little black cotton bolero. So it's like the sleeves like this. It's a little bit loose on me. It comes up like that long. And it's just like perfect to throw over a dress or something, throw over a tank top. I was wearing this on the cruise a bunch. I wore this the other day too. I also love how little room it takes up if you like throw it in your purse or something, because it's like half of a sweater. And because it's cotton, it's not even that like thick rib. And this one was $3. And then the last thing that I got in May was my Dandelions Cosmetics order. I spent $17 on that, and I bought 4 shadows that I posted a video. I ice swatched them. I had kind of mixed feelings about them, but for such a low price, I was happy to try them. And now we're moving on to June. From Target, I got this t-shirt. This is just like a plain Wild Fable crop t-shirt. I had a black and a white one from a while ago that I've worn so many times. I'm still wearing them, and I just wanted some more. So I got another white one, and I got this gray one, and they're just really like easy shirts, comfortable. It's like a nice crop that isn't too long, isn't too short, and each of them are $5. From Old Navy, I got this button-up. I considered wearing it today, but I just felt like it wasn't the vibe. I have this in pink. I think I talked about that in the last video. It's something that I bought before I went to Egypt. I had this in pink and a matching pink tank top, and it was like, I don't know, a fun, cute, easy, breezy little combo. I really like the color of this blue. I really like the fit of the pink one. I figured this would be the kind of thing that I'll love to wear to work, but also I could possibly imagine myself wearing it not to work if I could figure out a way to make it look like not preppy. This was only $13, which was also a motivating factor in getting it, and I'm happy to have it. It's like a really nice oversized, and I just think that like for a while my work clothes felt like I was trying to dress like an older lady going to work instead of dressing like little stylish me going to work. So I feel like this, the black top that I mentioned, that white cardigan that I mentioned, they're like totally my vibe, and I'm excited to acquire them when I find a good deal and I like the fit. And I only have 3 more things for June. I feel like June was my best month, and actually the total spend on it was $66. So that's kind of amazing. The next thing I got is this romper from Urban Outfitters, and I actually got this with a store credit that I had. I bought a couple things that weren't related to clothes. I bought new sheets because my other pair of like non-flannel sheets are from them, and I just like the qualities. I like that they're cotton. I like the pattern on them. And when I was looking at that, I saw this romper was on sale. I can't remember. I think it was like $10, but in my budget, it counts as nothing because I had that store credit. And for the longest time, I was thinking of this in my head as like a horse's romper. And then I realized like a couple times into wearing it that it's like little fairies. It doesn't really matter to me. I mean, I guess I do like horses better than fairies, but I still feel like it's cute. It's a little bit more of that like polyester feeling, but I like it enough that I don't mind. And it has that smock bodice, as I mentioned, don't have to wear a bra. Love it. I wore this a bunch of times. I wore it to a concert. I wore it with like brown tall cowboy boots once. And I really was enjoying the summer having like a variety of these like smocked little rompers just to throw on. It's a romper, if I didn't mention that. And it's definitely like something that I think of now as like a summer staple for me. And then the final 2 things from June were both from Gap Factory, which is kind of an interesting store because usually those factory stores are like excess stuff from the normal stores, but I think Gap Factory stuff is like made for Gap Factory. I don't know how that works, but I had been looking for another smocked item. I wanted a black jumpsuit. I've really been prioritizing comfort, ease of use, some things that I can throw on, feel good, not like worry about how my body fits in them or anything. I had been looking a couple different places for black jumpsuits. There was one from Free People that looked good, but it also looked so long and wide, and I wasn't looking to make that much of a statement. This one from Gap Factory is like absolutely perfect. I guess the only thing that I don't like that much is the top of it fits a little bit more like that. And I would prefer if it was more of like a wide top kind of square neck style, but it's okay. I still like it a lot. It has the smock top, of course. It has pockets. It has these like long cotton legs, but it's not too long on me. It was $24, so exactly in the price range that I was looking to spend, that I was comfortable to spend. And this, like, I wore it to a bunch of different places. I wore it to a comedy show, for example. I've worn it just like hanging out with my boyfriend watching TV. I've worn it running errands, and I think this is one of my smock pieces that will continue to be useful for me into the colder months. In the fall, it's really easy to wear with like a sweater or a jacket, and then when it gets really cold, I feel like a pullover sweater over it would be really cute, and then it's just like easy black comfy pants. So I'm really excited to have this piece. I love all the times that I've worn it, and there's many more still to come, even as the weather gets cold. And then finally for June is this black cardigan, also from Gap Factory. It's just like a nice little like cotton rib knit with some cat hair on it at the moment. There's something I like also about the fact that like it's not a V-neck into buttons or a scoop neck into buttons. It just has buttons like right from the top. I know with these like dark pieces it's hard to show, but it's just like a very classic fit. And I've worn it a couple times already, just like over a black t-shirt. I think both of them were. And it's a nice layering piece. Like I feel like I have so many layering pieces that are like a little bit more statement, like the orange button-up that I mentioned, but something that had been at the top of my list was layering pieces that would go with like anything, and that's what I think of this as. That's what I think of that like bolero as. I used to wear sweaters like this all the time, like years ago, as layering pieces, and I'm so happy to have this one. And that's everything for June. So let's get into July. I have my first item right here. It's these black cowboy boots. These are from Ariat, and I've really been enjoying Ariat because I feel like they make shoes that are meant to be worn, they're meant to be comfortable, they're meant for you to wear them, working on your farm all day, and as opposed to like Nine West cowboy boots that I've had before that I think were like always made for fashion, it just seems like these were made for feet. So these are a little funny because my first impression of them when I got them, well, first of all, I got them from eBay. I don't buy leather firsthand, but I don't mind buying leather secondhand. I had been eyeing them for a while, and one of the big things was that the seller did accept returns. Pretty much all of my eBay purchases I won't make unless they accept returns, unless it's like dirt cheap. And these I paid $60 for, and my first impression was that they were really long, but then I realized that as opposed to other cowboy boots that expect your foot to conform to that shape, these know your foot is going to end here, and then you have like this point for design that they don't expect your toe to go into. So because of that, they're longer than other shoes, but I wore them around the house at first and I confirmed that I wasn't tripping over the extra length, and I've worn them out a bunch of times. I did wear them one time with like shorts and a t-shirt, just like running errands, and I felt like a little silly. Like I felt a little bit like I was wearing a costume, but I especially love these when I'm wearing like a longer dress or like a longer skirt. And I have these kind of poking out at the bottom of them. I've also tried them on with leggings, and I feel like that looks cute too because the black just blends into each other. So these I'm really happy to have, especially because my last black cowboy boots I had from Nine West last year, they were so cute, but they absolutely annihilated my feet. So those will not hurt me. After that is one of like maybe my best purchases of the summer. I don't know. Another smock top. I was really sticking with my rules. I feel like after I started with the smock top thing, I saw the light, and it's like, why would I want to go back to buying dresses that I have to like wear a bra with or worry about when I could just get this type? So this is from Natural Life, which is a brand that I've been eyeing for a little bit, but I had never bought anything from before that. I paid $54 for this. I love the color. I love the print. I've been more into wearing neutrals just because they, you know, they work for every occasion. They look good with more pieces that I own. And with this, I wanted one of my smock top outfits, but in a long dress. It has pockets, and I've worn this a bunch of times. I wore it to a family party. I wore it to a family party of my boyfriend's family. I wore this 2 times in Montreal, and this, just like the black jumpsuit, is going to be a piece that's going to work for me for more seasons because of the fact that it's long. And in the winter even, I feel like I could wear a pair of leggings underneath this, and that would give me extra warmth, wear a sweater over top, and it's like a long, beautiful maxi skirt. Love it. And then my only other purchase for July were these 2 polishes from Shimmer. I've been eyeing this brand for a really long time, and the thing that pushed me over the edge was I was watching Catherine B. Beauty's video about what she bought at the Chicago Beauty Expo or Chicago Nail Expo. I can't remember the exact name of it, but she went in person and then had a video about all the things. And one of them was this Shimmer polish in the shade In the Loop. And the entire time, like, she had everything out in front of her as she was starting to go through it. And I just had my eye on this polish. I'm like, what is that? So beautiful. I hope it's vegan. I hope it's available. So she got up to it, and I'm like, it's the color of my dreams. It's so beautiful. Like, you're not even seeing the multi-chromaticness in the camera, but like, it has like green and red and yellow to it on top of this like beautiful orchid color. So she got up talking about it, and I can't remember if she said it or if I immediately looked at their page and that's how I saw it, but this was exclusive for that expo. and I was crushed. I was like, the nail polish of my dreams. Like this to me looks like Nocturne Ash from Diona, but in a nail polish. And Nocturne Ash from Diona is like one of my favorite shadows of all time. And I was so bummed. I was like, my last hope is Diona making nail polishes one day. But then they announced on Instagram a couple days later that the leftover stock from the expo was going live. So I was able to buy it. I snatched it up right away, and I can confirm it's so beautiful in person. I'm so excited about it. I've only worn it one time, but because it's like kind of like a thicker glitter formula, it does last on my nails pretty well. In addition to this one, I also bought this color. I had just been like looking through the Shimmer website, and I was open to buying another nail polish. This is the one that caught my eye. It is a little bit darker than I tend to go with my nails, but I'm really excited for this for the summer. I feel like on camera, it's looking very vampy, very like deep reddish, but in my eye, it's looking very bright blue. It's clearly extremely multi-chromatic. Yeah, as I said, I haven't tried this one yet. We're like really just getting into fall, so the things that I've been excited about fall for, I just haven't gotten to using all of them yet, but you'll definitely be seeing this one. You'll definitely be seeing this one if you haven't already. So cool. And finally, we're on to August. So the first thing that I bought in August was Luxie's release. I've since gotten it. I've since posted a video about it. It was the one titled like New. So at this time, it's not the most recent Luxie release, but I did get it, and I did like, I think, all of the shades of that one. So that's good. Check out the video if you haven't. After that, oh, I'm actually realizing this is the wrong one. It's funny, sometimes I get hand-me-downs and I don't tend to talk about them just because I already have so much to say when it comes to what I bought, but I grabbed this one out by accident, so I'll mention it. This was a hand-me-down from my aunt. This is like a denim shirt, and I really enjoy denim shirts. It's from Faded Glory, which I believe is a Walmart brand, and I just thought this was like so kind of unique. I love these pockets. It has like really cool seams to it and everything, and it fits me like a glove, like kind of like a tight glove. I like the look of it, but I tend to enjoy shirts that are like a little bit more relaxed. I don't think I could button this one over my chest, but I still accepted it because I really like it and I could imagine wearing it as a layering piece. But after I had gotten this from my aunt, I was excited, and I searched on eBay for more Faded Glory denim shirts. In fact, I think I was actually curious to see if I could find this exact one in a larger size, but instead I found a different one. So let me see if I know where it is. I don't know where it is. I'm kind of confused, but I'll pop up a picture. This one in particular was interesting to me because I liked the pocket details on it also. It has those like two front pockets, but they're kind of like camouflaged into the seams of the shirts, and I just thought it looked kind of cool. In actuality, I would probably have to iron it to get it to like keep that effect, because on mine, since I've washed it, the pockets are a little bit droopy, but I still like it. This one's a much boxier fit than the one that I got from my aunt, and this one I have worn more times than the one I got from my aunt, and I paid about $15 for it, so I really like it. I really recommend shopping on eBay and checking to see that the seller accepts returns. I feel like I rarely do return, but knowing that I can allows me to make a purchase that, like, you know, you're just not positive how it's actually going to look on your body until you get it. But I always use my best judgment, and it worked for this one. I really like it. I'm going to show another eBay purchase too, even though it's not like fashion. But it's this little painting and I love it so much. I've been thinking a little bit more about like my background. Like maybe I want to take a little bit more pride in my background and not just have it be like my messy desk. So I was kind of like just brainstorming a little bit, and I decided to look at paintings on eBay. I'm like, maybe I could take down that little shelf and just put like a painting back there or something. I'm not sure if I'm actually going to do that, because like I do like the practicality of my space, and my space is limited, but either way, I bought this painting. It's an oil painting. It's from an estate, they said, so I feel like because of that, I got a really good price on it. I paid about $25. It has a little black and white cat, and I have a big black and white cat, and I just think it's so cute and I love it. Okay, only a couple things left. I got this sweatsuit from IMGA. I had been eyeing it for a while because I have a similar one that's orange and purple that I got in 2020, and it's one of my favorite things that I own. If you've watched my videos for a while, you might remember that I'm always wearing this like orange tie-dye sweatshirt, and just because it's like so comfortable but also just feels so cool. And I was surprised to see that they brought back this style. I feel like a lot of their more recent sweatsuits are more towards that like 2000s direction, like very like small, tight zip-ups with like low-rise, fold-over, stretchy pants, and that's just not my vibe when it comes to comfort. I want like a big thing that's gonna swallow me up. So when this first came out, I was tempted by it, but I was like, well, first of all, it was like the middle of summer when it came out, and the whole sweatsuit, I think it would have been about $160 with like shipping and everything, and I did not want to spend that much money. You can see from the things that I decided to spend that I was being very careful about spending money over the summer, and I didn't want to spend it on a sweatsuit that I knew I wouldn't be wearing for months anyway. So I waited, and I kept checking back, and it dropped in price once before I got it. It was like $120 then, and I still didn't want to spend that much, and I was like, when it drops under 100, that's when I'll buy it. I waited, and it did go on a deeper discount. I think I ended up getting it with shipping for like $85, which to me is like a hell of a bargain. I think the sweatsuit that I got in 2020, I feel like I paid $120 for the sweatshirt and like $100 for the bottom. So the fact that I got this for like less than half that price makes me so happy, makes me so much more excited about it. And when I got it in, I'm like, this is perfect. I'm really excited to have like a more neutral color option to this sweatsuit that I already know I love the feeling of, and I'm like confident walking around in public wearing it because I just feel like it's so cool. So that's exciting and kind of like showed me how being patient can pay off. I feel like overall I was taking a lot less of like a frantic approach to acquiring things and spending, and instead of being afraid of it selling out and not having the chance to get it, I was like, I'll be okay either way, and then I was able to buy it for a price that I liked. Okay, so there's 3 last purchases that were all made right at the end of August. One of them was from Diona. They had their expansion of the Mystic Cove collection and of the Sea of Shadows collection. I decided to pick up the 3 additional shades from the Mystic Cove collection because I felt like they were so my vibe and I would definitely get use out of them, and I love the Mystic Cove shadows that I already had. It came in this little palette, in case you haven't seen. I love the artwork of this, and I love that it has wells because I feel like the shadows just look so neat and organized in there. So the 3 in the middle are the 3 new shades, and then the other 6 are shades that I just picked up at the same time. I did film a video with these that at the time of filming this, it hasn't gone up yet, but it better have gone up by the time this is going up because that one's a priority and this video is not a priority. But I had a lot of fun with these shades because I feel like throughout the summer, I barely bought new eyeshadows. It was really just like, well, I mentioned the 4 dandelion shades at the beginning of the summer, and then I bought the Luxie shades during the summer, but it felt like I hadn't gotten, you know, like shades I picked out, shimmer shades that I picked out in a long time, and this was a lot of fun to play with, and it still has been. In fact, I'm wearing Tucana. I think you can kind of see like the shiftiness of it. It's like this beautiful light pink, but it has like a copperiness to it and a greeniness to it, and I really like it. I've also been loving using Sybil, which is one of their more like basic metallics, like one of their $6 shadows. I feel like I'm going to be talking about this one a lot. I'm just really excited, really happy with this purchase, and I always love with Diona, they ship out so quickly. I ordered this, I think it was on like a Saturday, and I got it by like Tuesday or Wednesday or something. Love that. The second to last thing that I bought is a replacement of my Tatcha water cream. I love this stuff. I've been missing it so greatly since I finished up my last one. When I finished up the last one in April, I wasn't looking to spend a lot of money, so I bought a Peach and Lily one that was on sale at Ulta instead, and it was fine, but I didn't love and treasure the experience of using it. I was planning on repurchasing this during the Sephora sale in November, but when I ran out in August, it just felt so silly to purchase like a small other moisturizer that was cheaper to like last me the time. And then I was able to find a coupon for this anyway. I got 15% off on the Tatcha website. And because this is the jumbo size, this is 2.5, it's not a bad value considering the price of like the smaller size of this. And like with the discount, it just worked out to me. The numbers worked out to me, and I was like, why would I wait another 2 months to get this for 20% off when I have to buy something else anyway to last me that time, and I can get it now for 15% off. So I did. I'm really happy that I realized that my original thinking had been silly. I love having this. It's such a luxurious experience to use every night. I feel like my skin drinks it up. It doesn't feel too heavy. I love it. And then the last purchase that I made was from Skylar. They were having a Labor Day sale right at the end of August. I bought another Vanilla Sky candle. I've mentioned those before. It's like my absolute favorite candle. I decided I'm going to stop counting candles in like my budget and my inventory and stuff, just because like they make me happy. I don't think I buy more of them than I should. Like I have a bunch of them, but I go through them. Yeah. In addition to that candle, I bought 2 roller balls because they were having, I think they normally have their roller balls on like you could buy 2 for $50 instead of like 29 each or 30 each that they normally are. And then they had the 20% off. So I pretty much got each of these for $20. I got this Boardwalk Delight that I think was originally part of their scent club, and a lot of people were raving about it. I can report I love it. It smells like cotton candy. It smells so like, I don't know, it just smells like a happy boardwalk day where you're eating cotton candy and everything's great. Oh, it's so good. This scent is so summery, but I've still been like eating it up. And then I alternate with the scent that's very fall-y. This is the Vanilla Sky scent. So it's the same scent as the candle. And I originally thought that I didn't like the scent of the fragrance, but I think I just don't like it when it originally goes on me. So like the times I've tried it out at Sephora, I'll spray it on, and if I sniff it right away, it has that like alcohol scent, but the alcohol scent seems to dissipate kind of quickly, and then it's like this like rich coffee vanilla scent. And although I don't like coffee, I think I like the scent of coffee, or at least I like how Skylar does the scent of coffee. So both of these I've been loving, I've been using a lot. I do wish Skylar had like sprays for their little sizes. Like I don't want to buy the bigger one just for a spray. In fact, like I love the roller balls or like this travel size because I can use it at home. I could also throw it in a bag and bring it with me on the go. But sometimes I want to like wrap myself in the scent a little bit more than I feel like you can with just the roller ball. So that's going to be everything. That's all of my summer purchases. I don't know if it seems like it's pretty reined in, but it feels like that to me, especially if you've recently watched like other videos about what I've bought and seen just how many things I've acquired in a month before. I feel like a couple months where I only bought like, you know, 5 or 6 things each, that seems pretty good to me, and I feel like I made some thoughtful decisions. I'm really excited about stuff I have, and I feel like I'm paying more attention to buying things that go with other things that I own and are like practical and comfortable and just have like a lot of opportunities to use them. So yeah, that's gonna be everything for today. If you enjoyed this, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. It really means a lot to me. There's always way more makeup, fashion, I don't know, other content on the way. Thank you so much for being here. Bye.